Hey friends. Okay, I just couldn't wait any longer. I had to get on here quick and make a video because my phone, my email is blowing up. Ever since we posted Zeo Skin Health's launch on the remastered Brightalive Skin Brightener and the Brightalive Accelerated Serum, you guys are dying for me to tell you more. So here I am. We are going to talk a little bit about this technology, and I'm just going to warn you, it's not for the faint of heart. The science behind this technology is sick. It's crazy. I almost didn't believe it when I first started to learn about it. So if you want to hear about the newly remastered formula and you want to hear all about the new Brightalive Accelerated Serum, tune in because I'm about to blow your mind. Okay, so if you are even going to understand a little bit about what's going on here with this technology, I've got to take it back down to the basics. And I've got to explain to you kind of what happens when you see pigment surface. So pigment, the production of pigment is normal. It's your skin's defense against a trigger. We come in contact with trigger like sun, hormone, injuries, heat. Those things start to trigger this pigment production down in our skin. Now, this is a normal function, right? But sometimes that production of pigment doesn't exactly go the way that it should. So I'll explain. And since I am a visual learner and I'm a little Italian, just a little bit, I talk with my hands and I teach with my hands. So I'm going to use my hands for this demo. Now, you actually have little melanocytes that live down in the basal layer of your epidermis, and they kind of look like hands. They have these little finger dendrites. And what happens when that trigger comes? The pigment starts. So like I said, triggers can be sun, hormone, injury, heat. When triggered, that little melanocyte turns on and starts working. Now, that pigment production can be good or it can be bad. If we have a nice, well-behaved melanocyte, he produces pigment very calm. Okay, and since it's a calm production of pigment, that pigment has time to turn on, travel up through those little finger dendrites and out to the surrounding keratinocytes. When you get that horizontal distribution of pigment, that's healthy. It can evenly travel to the surrounding keratinocytes, so you get a nice even distribution of pigment. But sometimes things don't always go as planned, right? Sometimes you can have a hyperactive melanocyte. So basically, that's when the melanocyte is triggered and he's like, ooh, it's my turn. And he just starts going nuts, shooting off pigment. And since it's not a calm distribution of pigment, it's a hyperactive distribution of pigment, it doesn't have time to just gently travel up through the little finger dendrites and out. It's just going up, 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 up. And that vertical distribution of pigment is unhealthy. That's what leads to pigment disorders like hyperpigmentation and melasma. So now that you understand how pigment is produced the same way, hopefully you will be able to appreciate this amazing remastered brightening technology that is in Brightalive Skin Brightener just as much as I do. I'm so impressed because it takes care of this entire process of pigment production. First, it actually interrupts the signal. So it interrupts the signal from the trigger. So we're stopping it from jump. Then it goes to the pigment production. It stops or interrupts that production that's going on in the melanocyte. And third, it helps to promote a good even distribution of pigment. We're catching this at all angles. It is genius. The technology in this formula is mind-blowing. It's so mind-blowing that it's almost unbelievable. And you want to know why it's almost unbelievable? Because this formula actually contains an intelligent peptide drone. Have you ever even heard of that? No, you haven't. You want to know why? Because Zeo Skin Health is the first medical skincare brand to use this incredible, amazing technology. And what does this intelligent peptide drone do? Well, this intelligent peptide drone blocks the incoming signal from the trigger. So we're taking care of it at jump. By interrupting that signal, we're also able to interrupt the production of pigment. So that's pretty cool. Now, another fun ingredient is tranexamic acid. This is a powerful anti-inflammatory that is a really great brightening agent. But its anti-inflammatory properties are what makes it special. You see, inflammation ultimately causes pigment. So if we can address inflammation, again, we're taking care of the problem before it even starts. And the last ingredient that I think is mentionable is niacinamide. Niacinamide is an amazing ingredient that helps with skin luminosity. It also helps with a good, healthy, functioning skin barrier. But more importantly, in this formula, it actually helps with the distribution of pigment. It kind of almost restricts that distribution of pigment to the surrounding keratinocytes. So you see how cool this is? And let me tell you, I am just really kind of skimming the surface. The science here is so mind-blowing. I encourage you guys to sign up for the new webinar launches that the Zeo Skin Health training team is doing. They are able to really dive into the science behind this product and really give you everything that you need for this new product launch. I just had to come on and give you guys something. You guys are just so anxious. You can't wait until that first webinar launch. So I hope this will hold you over until you have time to tune in and catch all of the deets. So definitely let me know what you think after you watch the webinar. Tell me if you were just as completely blown away as I was. While you wait, I'll show you some of the amazing before and afters because you know Zeo has clinical trials. We always have studies to back our product. So enjoy these and talk to you soon. Bye.